My father, who was a very quiet man, once spoke to me. I went to grammar school and then to university, which was unusual for my family. But he said, "Billy, I want to say something to you." And he drew a line on the floor and said, "This line is the line of responsibility in life. All you brothers and me, we've stayed this side of the line. Somebody's told us if we've got a job. Somebody's told us if we've got overtime. Somebody's told us whether we can have meat this weekend. I want you to step over the line. Do not be frightened of failure. Failure is sometimes good in the sense that you need to fail to learn to be better next time, but you have to be big enough to accept failure. You have to cross the line." And that was my impulse to be courageous. I've never not crossed the line. There are 10 steps to greatness. Step 1 is when you start playing at school level, you make the school team. You're on step 1 to greatness. Step 1 to 7 are dominated by talent. Have you got the talent to go through to the next stage? People are looking for talent at that stage. But you get to stage 7 and that becomes the moment of truth, because then it becomes very, very challenging. So that's when it changes to becoming character and talent. Your character takes over. When you get to step 7, almost all of them can go through to the highest level. But when it gets tough, only character can see you through to there. So character and talent, the question is what defines greatness? You can't separate the two things. You have to have the talent. But you don't have to have bundles of talent. That's the mistake that people make. You have to have enough talent, but you have to have the character. You have to have the character to face and stay in the game and fight and plough through injuries and get back on the field. And I think that I would say the answer to your question, what greatness has to be, enough talent plus great character. There's a lesson being learned as we go along, and that is the process is the key thing, not the outcome. The outcome is, I want to win a gold medal. Fine, you want to win a gold medal? Put it on the shelf, there's the gold medal. Now let me tell you what it takes to win a gold medal. This is the process you're going to have to do. And then the athlete now has got to commit to the process. I coached England 66 times at basketball. I can remember 3 results, but I remember the process. I remember the moments, the people, the friendships, the humour. And I think that's what, it's a very important lesson in sport, is to be driven by the outcome, but also to love the process. I mean, the process is so, you learn so much about yourself. You become such a better person because of the process, because you're committing to something and you're really working hard, and that's energizing, that's life enhancing. Life is 8 out of 10. It's how you deal with the 2 that counts. We're all good at dealing with the 8. It's dealing with the 2 that counts to determine a successful life. Life begins at the edge of your comfort zone, and it takes great courage to step across that line. It's the easiest thing in this world of ours is to stay comfortable in a centrally heated flat with your television on your screens, somebody provide entertainment for you, ringing Deliveroo, getting your meals. It's easy. We are looking for people in our society who step out of that and face challenge, and that is difficult. So they come to us because they need somebody to take them up in the helicopter, look at the big picture and say, at the moment you feel like this challenge is overwhelming. Look at it. It's okay. You've got so many good things in your life. This is just one little thing. You can deal with this. And that That injection of perspective and confidence is so important to people at the critical moments of their career. Somebody with their arm around the shoulder saying, "We can deal with this. What's the worst that can happen? We can deal with this. We can deal with this." I think we've gone down the wrong path in trying to make our children too happy without challenging them, giving them what they want. It's so easy now in this world to offset their needs by giving them. And so Tom and I have talked about this, and I've got the philosophy that I don't want my grandchildren to be happy at no cost. They've got to flourish. So we teach them as a family to deal with their own challenges, not to look to us. We won't do anything for them, but allow them to try it themselves, make their own hot chocolate, make their own meal, and then we'll help them if they struggle. Clients come to us because they've got the story wrong. They're overwhelmed. They can't see a way through. Our job is to change the story, to give them strategies to see the way through. And as well as that, to give them confidence, to be the voice in their head, to inject belief. And I think that's, for me, very interesting now, because I'm dealing with a lot more business people who have come to work with me. Because they're very good at business, but they've lost themselves. They're not good at managing themselves, which is tragic, really. And that's happening more and more. So I think that is a very interesting challenge for me, to help them find themselves. What is the real you? What do you want? How badly do you want it? How much are you willing to suffer? To ask the right questions to get them back in track. Sorry, my voice is going a bit. It's a Parkinson's problem. I've got Parkinson's the same time as two of our friends, similar age. And I've emerged from it far better than them, luckily. But I think one of the reasons is that the things we're talking about, I apply to my Parkinson's. Every day. There's a great story one of my players sent me. Clint Eastwood was playing golf. And his golf partner said, "How old are you, Clint?" He said, 88 on Monday. He said, "How are you celebrating?" He said, "I'm starting a new movie." He said, "How do you manage?" He said, "I wake up every morning and don't let the old man in. I wake up every morning and don't let the old man in." And I think that's what sports psychology has done for me at this stage of my life. I try and be, every day I set myself the challenge to be the best 79-year-old with Parkinson's that there is. And that's sometimes I'm a victim, sometimes I'm not so good, sometimes I'm a fighter. But it's got me through some difficult phases. And that's what I've realised with sports psychology. It makes you a better person, because I'm teaching people. I need to do it myself. I'm learning what I'm teaching. At first I had a box around myself, sport. I've gone outside that box now. I've gone to life. And I've realised that high performance, most people are high performers. If you're a mum with 3 kids and you get through the day and you put them to bed fed, clean, that's a hell of a performance. And so our lessons are for everybody. And I think the key learning moments, critical moments, unfortunately tend to come when you break down. And our job is break down to break through. We've got to find a way to break down. But often relationships only, because when you're in breakdown, you face the truth. There's nowhere else to go. A relationship breaks down. You've nowhere else to go. All the lies disappear, all the pretense disappears, and you've got truth staring in your face. What are we going to do about this? What's happy? Tell me when you're happy. And when is enough? When have you got enough money? Because they don't think. They're on a roller coaster. They don't think. COVID was fantastic for me because it got people off the roller coaster. they had time to stop thinking about their career and start thinking about themselves. Many of them came to the conclusion, I'm not happy with myself. What am I doing? There's no richness in my life. So it's about, it's gone a very interesting turn. And of course now I'm much more empathetic and being vulnerable myself and coming to the end of my life, not just yet. We'll get to the pub first. But it does bring a rich perspective. I mean, they say that if you want full honesty, talk to someone in the deathbed. Because they got, where else have you got to go to but saying, I wish I'd done more of this, I wish I'd done more of that. I'm sorry I said this, I'm sorry. It's interesting, there's two kinds of eulogies at funerals. I have to go to a few funerals lately, good friends. There's a eulogy that says, this is what he did in his career. And they give you a CV, marvellous. And then there's a eulogy that says, this is who he was. He was a good man, he was a good father, he loved his children. He was warm, he was empathetic, he helped people. I know which one I prefer.